Okay, good evening everyone, and welcome to another card and thought of the day with myself, Mystic Witch or Lady Moonlight. Today I'm using my Old Faithful cards just because I was called to use them this evening. I hope everyone has had a chilled out and good Saturday evening. I know that I have. And if you haven't tried my Sky and Earth grounding meditation, then feel free to scroll down this page if you're on my Facebook group and see my Sky and Earth grounding meditation. Saturday evenings is going to be our meditation evening where I'll be sharing my own guided meditations that I use daily in my own life and that has benefited me in my life, and I'm sure it will benefit you as well. So I'm just going to shuffle these cards and see what our cards have to say for this Saturday evening. And if you're watching me live, come on in and say hi, unless of course you're doing the meditation, in which case you'll be deep in meditation. So I'm just going to shuffle and split these cards just to see what our Old Faithful cards have got to say this evening. So let's just get these cards. Okay. So we're going to give these a good old shuffle. Okay, today's card is the Ten of Wands. Now the Ten of Wands reminds us that all work and no play is not good for mind, body and spirit. It's telling us that we may be taking on way too much, and it's time to maybe prioritize the tasks that we have set for ourselves. Sometimes we like to multitask and try and do 101 things at one time. And we think that in reality this will speed up things and get more things done in a shorter space of time, where in fact the opposite is true. Because when we're trying to concentrate on more than one task at one time, most of the tasks that we try and complete are only half done, and we cause ourselves more stress and anxiety, and then the next day we find that we've actually doubled our workload because of things that we never got done the day before. So it's about prioritizing the tasks that we need to do. Write down those tasks. What is more important? Put those tasks at the top of your list. So maybe paying your bills today is more important. So do that and tick it off. And work your way down your list from the most important task to the least important task that can maybe wait till tomorrow or the next day or the day after. So that what you need to do then is go through your list from the top to the bottom. No skipping, right? You've already prioritized your time with that list. You've already put what is more important to do today at the top and what's least important to do at the bottom. So stick with that list and start from the top. Do your top task, tick it off. Job done, right? Do your second task, tick it off. job done, and so forth. And at the end of the day, any tasks that have not been done, put it on your list for the next day. And put those tasks maybe nearer the top of your next day's list. That way, you're not stressing yourself out. You're getting the tasks done that you want to get done, albeit at a slower pace, but going slow and steady wins the race, right? Remember the story of the tortoise and the hare that had that famous race, right? The tortoise, who was very slow, and the hare, who was speedy quick. And the hare knew that tortoise was slow. So it would say to tortoise, I challenge you to a race. And whoever passes the finish line is the winner. Now, tortoise was a little bit scared about this because it knew how slow it was, but it accepted the challenge nevertheless. The race began, and Speedy Hare tore past the tortoise, who went along at his slow, plodding pace. And 10 minutes from the finish line, Hare looked back and couldn't see the tortoise. Ah, I can rest here, said the hare. And that will mean I'll still win the race, because I can have a 10-minute snooze and then finish the race. So the Speedy Hare sat under a tree, closed his eyes, and fell asleep. Meanwhile, Slow Tortoise was still making his way towards the finish line. Tortoise eventually caught up to the sleeping hare and passed the sleeping hare. By the time the hare had woken up and looked around, he could see Tortoise far ahead, almost reaching the finish line. Tortoise speeded towards the finish line. Too late. The hare sped towards the finish line. Too late. Tortoise had already crossed the line. The moral of the story is, sometimes if we go too fast, we do things too quickly, we just get too tired and we need to rest. And the whole world floats by us. Whereas if we take a slow, steady pace, do things in our own time and our own space, we get more of the task done. And we don't overburden ourselves. So if you're feeling tired all the time, you're feeling stressed because you've got so much to do, you've gave yourself way too many tasks to do, you've put way too much pressure on yourself to get those tasks done, then it's time to get pen and paper out and to prioritise your time and maybe drop a few of that load. Save some of that load for tomorrow or the next day and prioritise what you need to do right now, today. The rest can wait till tomorrow. And when you get into a routine of doing that, you'll find that you'll get more things done, albeit in a slower pace. But you'll get more things done and feel less stressed and have more energy to do the things that you maybe could not have done when you were too busy multitasking and trying to fit everything into one day. Remember, You've only got 24 hours in a day. 8 of those hours are spent sleeping. So it's important to make the most of the time that we do have in our waking time. And in that waking time, it's also important to find you time, to chill out, to relax, and just to be. I hope this card has meaning for you today, and maybe you have been overloaded. Maybe you have been doing too much. And if that's the case, then it's time to offload. It's time to prioritize your time, especially if it's related to work. Wands represent work and career. Maybe you've been given too much of a workload. Maybe considering sharing that workload with a colleague, working together to get the job done. I'd like to thank you all for joining me as always for this card of the day, and I look forward to doing another card of the day for you tomorrow. You'll also find a shorter version of this card of the day on my TikTok channel as well. So till then, love and bright blessings from myself, Lady Moonlight. Take care everyone. See you all tomorrow.